How expensive is too expensive for a liposuction? Most people don't know exactly what goes into that total final price of a liposuction, and you need to know these things while preparing for your procedure, which is why in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the cost of a liposuction. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gary Udom and I'm a medical doctor currently based in Abuja, Nigeria. I'm here again with the tea on liposuction, and in today's video we're talking money. Honestly, it's really important because you need to know, what goes into that total final invoice. Like planning, it helps you in the planning and in the preparation for your procedure, especially if you're leaving your city of residence to go and have this procedure. These are things that you need to know. You need to have like at the back of your mind, like, okay, these are things that I'm going to spend on. Are they part of the invoice that I received? Are they part of the total amounts that I received? So that's why I'm making this video. In this video I'm going to tell you what makes up that total final invoice, all the different components, so that you can be aware the next time you go for a procedure and then someone is like, oh, you're making inquiries, and someone's like, oh, I had my procedure for a couple $1,000 or a couple £1,000 or a couple million naira. This is like, you should know that, okay, you want to know, is this inside, is this included, so that you can prepare accordingly. Okay, so there are three areas that I'm going to cover in this video. In this video I'm going to talk about what goes into that final invoice, what are the different items that make up the total final cost, so that you can know if these things are not in the invoice that you're receiving from the clinic, you need to make alternate preparations for these things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the different items that make up the final total invoice. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is what makes some people's procedure cost more than others. Like, what are the factors that go into making my own procedure much more expensive than the other person's procedure. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about the average price of liposuction here in Nigeria. I can only speak for Nigeria because I've only practiced here in Nigeria. So I really don't know how much. I can't say for sure how much it is outside Nigeria, and even here in Nigeria I'm just going to give a very, very blanket average, really, because even in the same states the prices can differ. That's why researching your plastic surgeon is very, very important, because what people offer are really different. You need to know what it is that you're looking for and the person that is in the right place to give that to you. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about as to what makes up your total final invoice is the procedure itself. How much does the procedure itself cost? This is what people usually mean when they say liposuction costs so and so. They're not usually referring to the rest of the additional costs. They're just referring to the procedure itself. This depends usually majorly on the surgeon that is doing it for you, the place where you're having this procedure, and then the part of your body that you want to lipo. These are factors that go into how much the procedure itself costs. If someone is just going to have a liposuction of the tummy and the back, it's going to be cheaper. That's a 360 liposuction. It's going to be cheaper than someone who wants to have liposuction of the tummy, the back, the arms, arm fat, and the inner thighs. So that's the first thing. And then the type of anesthesia that you're going to be using. So these are the things that usually make up the procedure itself cost, and the procedure itself is the major component of your total invoice. Other things that are going to be inside the invoice include your investigations. The first thing is the surgery test, pre-surgery test. Before surgery, it is surgery. That's the truth. Liposuction is surgery. Before surgery, you're going to have some investigations done for you by the clinic, and then this is also part of it. So you want to know, when they give you an invoice, you want to know, this invoice that you're giving me, the test that you're going to do for me before the surgery or and after the surgery, are they inside here? Apart from that, another additional cost in liposuction is your massages. After liposuction, you are going to have to get massages because it is important for you, and it is very good for your whole healing and recovery process. I have a video on here about liposuctions after 360 massages after 360 lipo, so you should go and check that out as to why that is important. Apart from the massages, the next thing that is an additional cost is your garments. You need compression garments. I'm going to get a picture of a compression garment, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. It is very, very important for your healing. It helps you with your recovery. So you want to know, is this part of my bill, or am I going to have to buy that separately? My compression garment. Most plastic surgery clinics usually give out, they have the compression garments that they want their clients to use. So you just make that inquiry. Apart from your the compression garments, the massages, the tests, do you need blood backup? Some plastic surgery clinics usually make arrangements for blood backup before the surgery, so that you have enough, you have blood that is already grouped and cross-matched, typed, waiting for you in case you need to be transfused during or after surgery. Also, some plastic surgeries also and clinics also include a compression socks. Like, do you need a compression socks? Because immediately after the surgery, you're going to be immobilized for some time. Not completely immobilized, you still move, but you're majorly almost always on the bed. You're not moving around a lot. So we usually give this, where I work, in the plastic surgery clinic where I work, we give clients this DVT compression socks. It's a DVT prevention compression socks. You just wear it to prevent any form of DVT, deep venous thrombosis. Okay, so apart from that, another additional thing that can add to your total invoice is your BBL pillow. Yes, your BBL pillow, that is a Brazilian butt lift pillow. After the procedure, especially people that have had a fat transfer, like liposuction and fat transfer, they usually need a BBL pillow so they can sit, because we don't want direct pressure on the butt for some time. It usually differs for different people. Some people 1 week is fine, 2 weeks is fine, some people a month. Yes, some plastic surgeons actually recommend that you don't sit directly on your butt for long, for a month. So you need a BBL pillow if you're going to have a fat transfer. Another thing that also adds to the total cost, your total invoice, is your accommodation. Are you going to be staying in the clinic? And if you're going to be staying in the clinic, for how long? How many nights do I need to be there? Is this part of the invoice that you're giving me? How many nights am I supposed to be in the clinic? And then after the clinic, I leave the clinic, how many nights do I still need to be in that city? Do I still need to be in the city where I had the procedure, so that I can still be coming from my follow-up, so I can continue my massages? How many nights? So apart from your accommodation, the other thing you want to know if they will be providing for you is your feeding, because you're going to eat. So you want to know, is that part of my invoice? Like, or do I need to make alternate arrangements for my feeding? So those are the additional costs that add up to your total invoice. Those are the things all together that make up the final amount of money that you're going to spend on your liposuction. Please note that other things could come and be added. Yeah, but I think that's just basically about it. That's like the main. So the other thing I'm going to be talking about is the factors that make some procedures much more expensive than others. Like, what are the factors that go into making the total invoice more? Like, someone's procedure could cost more than another person. The parts of the body that you want to have lipo, I mentioned that earlier in the video. The number of nights, like, am I going to stay much? Like, if you stay more nights on admission in the hospital, you definitely pay more, you spend more than someone who just went in like 3 days, I'm good, I'll go. Like, but some people prefer to stay longer. Some people like, I want to stay for 2 weeks in the clinic, like, I want to be fully taken care of. These are things that go into making your procedure much more expensive than another person. Also, additional drugs. If you have a comorbid condition, if you have diabetes, hypertension, or any other thing really that requires for more drugs to be used, more tests to be carried out, these are other things that can also add to your total invoice. And then finally, what is the average cost of liposuction in Nigeria? Average, let's just put it to between 2.5 million to 3.5 million. Like I said, this is a very wide blanket and this is this from my own point of view is, you know, encapturing everything: the procedure itself, the massages, the massages, the BBL pillow, your compression garments, your test, accommodation. 2.5 being like lower range and 3.5 being pretty much high range. Some people have spent 4 million, yep, on liposuction, or even 5. So like I said, these are the individual things in this your invoice that make it more than another person. And a surgeon can recommend that one person stays 5 nights, another person stays 3, or this person should stay 2 weeks, or this person stays 7 days, another person should stay 3 on admission. This is because another factor, sorry, I forgot to mention, another factor that is very important that makes like some people's prices differ is weight. If we take out a lot of fat from you, you're going to need more time to recover than somebody who is very slim and we're taking out fat from. She's going to recover in less time. So don't compare your journey with another person's journey. People are different, so how you're going to recover from the procedure is completely different. Also, your lifestyle before surgery. We've seen that people who exercise more, yes, do well after the surgery. So I encourage you to exercise if you want to get your liposuction done. It will really help you. people who exercise more, they are better faster. So I hope I pretty much handle the cost of liposuction, how expensive it is topic. If you have any questions on the subject, please hit me up in the comment section, and I love to hear from you. I'd love to read from you. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Lori Udom. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.